Alright, and there we go. We are live here on YouTube for the NASCAR Xfinity Series Championship Race. I don't think they have a sponsor for it, so we're here for the championship race. It's the final race of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season, and yeah, we're here for it. So they're showing the highlights, or more likely the lowlights from last night's Truck Series Championship, which I think was one of the more embarrassing races I've ever watched, especially when you factor in that it's the championship race and it's supposed to be a better race. They're supposed to be racing with more integrity than others. But yeah, here we go. And we're getting ready for pre-race ceremonies over on the broadcast, so here we go. So welcome everybody to LiveStream. Let's see. There we go. There's chat. Alright, so how's everybody doing? We're doing okay here. Alright, we got 4 people in the chat. There's a little bit of a late post of the stream. But yeah, here we go. Alright, but yeah, we're getting ready for the Xfinity Series finale. Sammy Smith, 3 Joe Gibbs cars qualifying in the top 4. That is impressive. Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill both in the top 5. Uh-oh, that could be concerning there. Yeah, this is the first time I've really looked at the qualifying order because I was busy earlier this afternoon when I was watching it, so I didn't get a chance to see the qualifying order until just about now. So we got Rajah Caruth in that number 17 car. He's starting 13th here on the day. But yeah, so 3 Joe Gibbs cars starting all the way up there. Hey, Scotty, how's it going? So yeah, it's championship Saturday here in the Xfinity Series. If you guys didn't see my video yesterday, I went and gave you guys my predictions for how this Championship 4 was going to go. And, yeah, we had a pretty interesting, I was kind of going through all the picks and talking about the, different drivers involved. And, yeah, between Nemechek and Justin Allgaier, I think those are your easy favorites. And I think there isn't much to debate when it comes to saying one or the other. But yeah, those are the 2 I think that'll be competing for it at the end of the day. I picked John Hunter Nemechek to win the championship, so that tells me it'll be Justin Allgaier getting it. So I'm gonna stick with my guns and say John Hunter Nemechek. So here we go. All right, nice. Belfry Pirates 156-36. Okay, nice. Alright, so yeah. So last night's Truck Series Championship went about as bad as possible. I also didn't get a chance to do Cup qualifying. So how did Cup qualifying end up going? Let's see. So it's William Byron, Truex, Harvick, Larson, Bubba, your top 5. Wow, that's an interesting top 5. 2 of the championship contenders in the top 5, and then I have to look all the way down to 13th for the 13th and 15th for the other 2. So they are all in the top 15, but man, that separation between top 5 and top 15 is big. But yeah, here we go. So yeah, that's just kind of looking through at the Xfinity or at the Cup Series lineup real quick. Oh man. So here we go. We're getting ready for the race though. And yeah, here we go. So yeah, we got wow, we got 15 of you guys in here already. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, leave a like and subscribe if you guys are new for more. I'm going to be here for all 3 championship races. I was here last night for the cup race, or I was here for the truck race. I mean, late last night. I was here. I'm here for the Xfinity race right now, and then we'll be here for the cup race on Sunday as well. So here we go. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. Looking through the rest of the lineup, you got Riley Herb starting inside the top 10. He's the only other teammate to a Championship 4 driver that we got up in the side of the top 10. Only one Junior Motorsports car inside the top 10, and that's Justin Allgaier, the championship contender. So that's a little concerning, seeing him struggling that far. But yeah, also taking a quick peek over at college football, because I like to keep you guys updated on some of those. Kansas State versus Texas goes to overtime. Texas sneaks away with the win there in overtime, 33-30. Texas A&M versus Mississippi. That came down to a 3-point game as well. Mississippi winning it in regulation, though, 38-35 there. Tennessee versus UConn. Tennessee absolutely smacked in the volunteer country there. Yeah, Tennessee winning 59-3. Utah versus Arizona State. Utah ends up winning 55-3. Notre Dame and Clemson went to war, and Clemson came out the victor here, 31-23 in that matchup. Army beats Air Force, handing Air Force their first loss of the season, 23-3. A lot of games with a score of 3 here, because Virginia Tech versus Louisville. Louisville ends up winning 34-3 over Virginia Tech. JMU wins 42-14 in their matchup against Georgia State. Tulane versus East Carolina Tulane comes away with a win there by 3 points, 13-10 the final score. So those are a lot of your early matchup games from this past weekend, or from earlier in the day. And they're back from commercial break, and we should be getting drivers are climbing into the cars, and we should be ready to go racing here momentarily. All right, nice. All right, here we go. Let's see. So yeah, we're getting ready for this one. But yeah, the announcement coming last week from Eric Almirola that Almirola will not be returning to Cup this year or next year. He is officially retiring. That opens up a lot of potential in that car. I don't know who's gonna get it. It sounds like maybe it could possibly be a landing spot for the young but talented Noah Gragson after his failed Cup Series season this year. But yeah, here we go. But yeah, we're ready. Should be getting. They're getting ready to do the command to start the engines, and we will be ready to go racing. Penn State smacking Maryland this week, 51-15 the final score there. Georgia beats Missouri and continues down their undefeated streak. Great. That's exactly what I needed to see happen for my Gators. 30-21. Oklahoma State beats University of Oklahoma 27-24 in their game, as that one went final a few minutes ago. So that's pretty impressive there to see that one. I did not expect to see Oklahoma lose to Oklahoma State. So yeah, then we got Florida State versus Pittsburgh currently in the final 2 minutes of their game. We'll bring you the final score when that one goes final. Currently it's 24-7, so I'm expecting Florida State will win. They shouldn't be able to blow it, but 2.5 minutes is a long time, so let's see. Then California versus Oregon is currently approaching halftime, as it is a score of 28 for Oregon and 13 for California. California has the ball, though, so potentially some room to make a comeback there. Yep. Yeah, the NASCAR Cup Series Championship starts tomorrow at 3 p.m. I'll be here. But, yep, the engines are fired and we're ready to go racing. So they're going to a quick commercial break, and we're just going to keep talking here while we wait for the start of the championship finale here. So Sam Mayer is starting a little bit further back than the rest of the championship contenders here in the... Actually, you know what? Real quick, we're going to do a quick pre-race poll. It won't be a very long one. It'll be a lightning poll here, but we'll see who we think the pre-race is going to win the championship here. Championship. Alright, John Hunter. Let me check. Cold custard. Justin. Allgaier. And here we go. Let's see. It's Sam Mayer, the final championship contender. Alright, there we go. So there's your poll. Let us know who you guys think is going to win the Xfinity Series Championship here tonight as we get ready for the Xfinity Series Championship 4 race to kick off here in a few minutes. We figure we go and put up the poll now. And yeah, we are ready to go racing. Alright, here we go, here we go. So it looks like they're coming back from commercial break. Wow, and that was a little bit of a short commercial break, which is nice to see. Hopefully we can get short commercial breaks during it as Kansas versus Iowa State kicks off. So I know my buddy's going to be excited about that game, although I would imagine he's going to be busy watching the NASCAR Xfinity Series race. But I know he's a big Iowa State fan. So JP, if you're out there, I'll keep you updated on the Kansas, University of Kansas versus Iowa State game. So I know JP's usually sometimes hangs out in the chat, so here we go. Man. But yeah, let's see. Currently we got 5 votes already, and it looks like we're between Allgaier and Nemechek for who we think is going to win this championship. Not a lot of confidence. I'm assuming Mayer's 16th place qualifying effort is not helping his pre-race odds to win this championship. And then Cole Custer, I think it just comes down to the fact that hasn't done much in the last couple of... In fact, he hasn't actually won an oval since 2022 in the NASCAR Xfinity Series when he won the California race driving on a part-time schedule. He has won 2 road courses so far this year for Cole Custer. Portland and Chicago. 2 races, I don't know if they could be much more different from this race, even if you tried. And then you have 4 wins on the season for both Mayer and Allgaier, although Allgaier's having a lot more success when you look at just oval success. And then John Nemechek dwarfing them all at 7 wins on the season. So, some So those stats definitely make it look like it's a Nemechek championship, but I had Corey Heim pegged for the championship, and I don't think anybody had Ben Rhodes pegged for the championship last night. But Ben Rhodes ended up bringing it home, so here we go. So we're all set and ready to go racing. All right, and yep, there we go. Florida State goes final. So Florida State 24, Pittsburgh 7. The final score there in Pittsburgh. California and Oregon still hasn't gone to halftime yet, and we also got some their upcoming matchups here tonight. We got Washington USC, Purdue and Michigan, and LSU versus Alabama. Those are the 3 games that should start by the time they should be going by the time we get this thing going. Those are all 7:30 matchups, or 7:45 in the case of LSU versus Alabama. Then you got a couple of 10 p.m. matchups which shouldn't be started, hopefully, by the time this race goes. But who knows? We could see this thing go long. Hopefully not, but it could go long, which would not be overly surprising here. Alright, so here we go. Go ahead and see. There we go. So, yep, there we go. Sammy Smith on his 2nd straight pole award here. He hadn't won a pole all season, and then he goes and wins 2 in a row to close out his Xfinity season this year. He'll be, Sammy Smith will be moving on to bigger and better things in Junior Motorsports. Then you got Austin Hill alongside that front row. Maya Snyder driving that number 19 car. Who knows if he'll be back in the Xfinity Series for Joe Gibbs Racing next year. John Hunter Nemechek, he's moving up to Cup. He starts on the inside of row number 2 here, highest of the championship contenders. Creed and Chandler Smith both moving on to bigger and better things at Joe Gibbs Racing. They will be sharing row number 3 here. Then you got Sheldon Creed and Justin Allgaier, 2 championship rivals, sharing row number 4, and row number 5 being shared between Riley Herbst, the driver who's been on fire the last bit of this Xfinity Series season, and and Connor Mosack, who starts in the 10th position here today. Again, Sam Mayer, for whatever reason, qualified all the way back in 16th place, so again, not inspiring a ton of confidence there in him. Got a couple of guys going to the rear. Looks like the 02 of Blaine Perkins, along with the 78 of Anthony Alfredo, going to the rear of the field for, I'm assuming those might be backup cars. But here we go. Oh, and it looks like, did the one car just get out too far ahead, or is he dropping to the rear for the start of the race? Because that could be bad if he dropping to the rear already for the start of the race. But yeah, here we go. So let's go. So we got, wow. All right, so we got 7 people who voted so far on the pre-race stream. We got, it looks very even between Nemechek and Allgaier, with Cole Custer actually having a little bit of action there on the votes. He's got 14% of the votes. Mayer still not having any action on that, but hey, you know what? I don't have a lot of confidence in him either, So here we go. Welcome everybody to the live stream. We are getting ready, and there should be going green here momentarily. But yeah, we also had I put up a poll over on the community tab the other day, asking about some content, and yeah, should hopefully say if you guys want your opinion on the content for this channel to be heard, that's there, and then also on my YouTube community page are the places to find it here. So here we go. Let's see. Yeah, so here we go. field is lined up here, and they are going green, green, green. Green flag is out, and they are racing here in Phoenix. And Sammy Smith takes him down the front row there. Sheldon Creed, he tried to pop out a couple of times and remembered he can't pop out of line until the start-finish line, so he had to wait there. Delayed his move a little bit here, but he's continuing to make it work. John Hunter Nemechek making some moves as well. Nemechek going to try and keep this one close, although it looks like he's actually lost a spot overall from starting on the bottom of row 2 there. We saw early on in that in the truck race last night that the bottom of the racetrack did not seem to work out very well for the truck series guys. So yeah, the transition between the banking and the flat there, you can find passes down there, but it is not as easy as just run down there and instantly go turbo boost here. So there we go. And oh, yep, there we go. Contact 3. Oh, yep, there it is. The 7 of Justin Allgaier goes for a power slide here as we get a caution flag almost immediately here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series Final 4. And yeah, Allgaier went and pretty much almost power slid himself into the 20, and already having a near miss for John Hunter Nemechek and Justin Allgaier going for a big slide. I got to see what happened here. Yeah, a little bit of banging doors and then bottom of 3 wide, and yeah, Allgaier just came around into turn 3 there, and we already have our first caution flag of the night. But yeah. Yeah, I mean, we saw last night. I think I saw a photo of it being like 14 wide at one point on the restart. So, I mean, these restarts are gonna get crazy, but didn't expect it to happen on lap 3 of the race. Maybe lap 193, but not lap 3. But yeah, here we go. We got 15 people in here. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, remember to like and subscribe if you guys are new. We're going to be here through the entire Xfinity Series Championship race, no matter if we go 200 laps, 250, 260, however many laps this thing ends up going. After yesterday's Truck Series race ended up going almost 30 laps of overtime. I'm not ruling anything out here tonight. So, all right, let's see. Let's see. College football scores. Looks like California versus Oregon's getting ready to go to overtime, or not going to overtime, but going to halftime here. Scored 35-13 there between them. Don't think California's going to be able to pull anything off with 2 seconds on the clock. Iowa State versus Kansas, still no score. Although University of Kansas starting to make it close. So here we go. So we're all set and ready for the race. Let's go. Oh yeah, I gotta type something up real quick. But yeah, there will be another poll, by the way. I'll probably do it in stage 2, but yeah, here we go. Let's see. here we go. Let's see. Hey, Patrick, how's it going? Ooh, you got an apartment. Nice job. Nice job, Patrick. Glad to hear it. We love to hear good news. So, by the way, Patrick, Justin Allgaier just went for a power slide in the Xfinity Series championship finale here. No significant damage, but he's now down a set of tires due to the power slide, so he'll be starting 35th on the day, and he's now down a set of tires as well. This is going to be rough. Yeah, they're trying to get that set of tires back and ready here. Because there were only about 3-4 laps on it, but you go for a power slide on those tires, it's going to be rough. But, yeah. Let's say, Mayer making a little bit of contact, trying to avoid his spinning teammate there. But, yeah, Patrick, who's your championship pick tonight? I don't remember who you said yesterday, but also in case it's changed at all. Did you say Nemechek yesterday? I think you might have. Here we go. Green flag is out, and we're back to racing. It's Joe Gibbs' teammates on that front row. Maya Snyder in the 19 stays up way high. And oh, another spin. That's the 38 of Joe Graff Jr., I believe. No, that's Kyle Sieg. Sorry, Kyle Sieg driving the number 38 this week. And he goes for a spin, and we've got a caution flag, and we're under caution here already. So, all right, rooting for Sam Mayer today. Okay, he's up to 11th here as we get the caution flag. And, yeah, not sure what happened there, but, yeah, Kyle Sieg already spins it around. Significant contact to the rear of the car. He should be okay, but that car is not. And we're going to have to wait and see how this all goes here. But, so yeah, so there we go. California versus Oregon does go to halftime. Score at halftime is 35 for Oregon and 13 for California. Ooh, and University of Kansas strikes early in the Iowa State game, 7-0 Kansas here. All right, so here we go. Let's say we're in the first half hour of the Xfinity Series and finale, and wow, we are continuing to keep this one going. Let's go. But yeah, I was surprised to see that they didn't sell a sponsor here. The reason why everybody spins out driving that number 38 car, they're just trying to they're trying to show, I think the 38 is just trying to be like a bucking bronco where it doesn't want anyone to drive it but you there, Patrick. So maybe you should drive the 38 in Xfinity Trucks and Cup next year. That'd be fun, watching one driver drive the same number in all three series. But, yeah, we got our first two caution flags already. Myatt Snyder lost a couple spots there as he was restarting from the outside of the front row. But, yeah, here we go. Yeah, we got two cautions in less than 10 laps. Yep. Justin Allgaier went for a power slide on lap 3, and then immediately on the restart, Kyle Sieg lost it into literally as they were coming across start-finish line to take the green flag. So, yeah, that's the way it happened here so far in the race. So, Justin Allgaier is now in 33rd place, and he's a set of tires down. And now that we've had another quick caution, I mean, that set of tires shouldn't be too heated up, but this is a heat cycle now that Allgaier's put on that new set of tires. Again, you're not going to see him pit for another set, but it's just every little bit that could go wrong there. Yeah, not sure who the other car was that Kyle Sieg was driving underneath that when he got loose there, but yeah, he got loose underneath somebody else, and now he's got massive damage to the rear end of that number 38 Ford Mustang. As we're getting ready to go here, so Mayer's up to 11th here. That's an impressive bit there, is that he's been able to actually make his way through the field despite the start-stop nature so far. Cole Custer's back to 10th place here. Nemechek's been basically floating around 3rd so far tonight. So, yeah, 2 cautions already in. All right, here we go. Let's say they're talking about apparently the 9 car was or not the 9, the 7 car was asking about if their old set of tires that they went for the power slide on were ready to be put back on the car, because obviously they were trying to glue up that set of stickers as quick as possible. If you could put that same set back on and run most of this first stage on that set, honestly, I probably would have just tried to make it work like with the set you had, rather than burning an extra set of tires this early in the race. But it's really kind of a hard game to play, because if you make the wrong call there and you blow a tire, you're completely done. But if you make the right call, you'll look like a genius and you saved yourself a set of tires. Because it's not like stage positioning actually matters in the stage for the championship guys. And here we go. Pace car is off, and we are ready to go back to racing. We are going to be going back here momentarily. Field is in 3 and 4 here as they get ready to go. Green. Green flag is out, and they're racing at Phoenix here. So, also, apparently last night's truck race, they were running a different... they accidentally painted the restart zone in the wrong spot last night. And there we go. Austin Hill takes the lead from Sammy Smith on the restart there. And contact in the middle of the top 10 there. Not sure who that was. Daniel Hemrick driving the number 10. And there we go. Massive tire smoke for the 10. Still no yellow yet. But there is definitely tire smoke coming off that number 10 car here. Believe that's Sam Mayer in behind him, just waiting to see what's going to happen. But you can't smoke a tire that much and expect this not to have some sort of major issue, especially where he stays on the track. This is not going to be good for that number 10 car. That's a lot of... And restart violation for the 2 of Sheldon Creed. Popped out of line too early. Yep, flat tire for the 10. He is trying to get out of that line here, and he is coming to pit road. The number 10, the 10 of Daniel Hemrick, he comes to pit road, though. He gets to pit road without leaving a ton of debris on the track. We should stay green here. So we managed to stay green flag here. As, again, Sheldon Creed going to the rear. That will hurt for a little while, but hopefully in the long run it should help the... Well, it should help having another fast car at the back to run through the field with Justin Allgaier. But, yeah, here we go. No. Oh, there we go. There's Creed going for his pass-through. You got Daniel Hemrick down there on pit road trying to get that tire fixed. And, yeah, it's a really weird situation right now that they're in. So let's see. Did he get below the line, or did he just pop out of line? So here we go. Let's see. So yeah, yeah, it's a pretty clear penalty there for the for the driver of the 2 car there, so he goes and incurs himself a penalty here. He'll be having to drive through the field. And then you've got, right now, you've got everybody kind of trying to settle in right now. Nemechek, Sammy Smith, currently 2nd, 3rd. Snyder also in 4th here, so the 3 Joe Gibbs cars all running 2nd, 3rd, 4th. And then you got Chandler Smith, who will be a Joe Gibbs Racing driver in about, what is it? About 180 laps from now, he'll be a Joe Gibbs Racing driver. So, yeah, Chandler Smith will be driving for Joe Gibbs Racing next year, it sounds like. So, once he finishes out this race, he will be moving on. So, I guarantee he's willing to play very nice with those Toyotas, if for no other reason than to make the manufacturer and his new team happy, even though I don't think any of those drivers will be there next year. But, yeah, here we go. So here we go. Let's see. Allgaier already up to 17th here, and he's looking for the inside on the number 17 car here for 16th place. So there we go. So Raja Karuth in the number 17 car there, the Hendrick Motorsports Hendrick Cars car. That's a pretty impressive car for him to be in. I'm kind of surprised it's mid-pack, but it is a young driver. Not overly surprised that he might still be learning here. But there we go. Allgaier now looking the inside on the number 11, trying to make another pass here, trying to go for 15th. So he's continuing to to just kind of drive his way up through. Hey, Tammy, how's it going? But yeah, right now we are currently working our way. Allgaier is currently working his way through the field. He's up to the back of the number 91 here, as he's continuing to try and drive through the field. He's got a long way to go here. So he's looking to make the pass there on Kyle Weatherman for 14th. Next up, it'll be Brett Moffitt for 13th. And then a teammate in Josh Berry for 12th. So, yeah. Right now, Justin Allgaier, he's earned, I think, the respect of a lot of these guys in the middle of the field. He's been racing this series at a competitive level for a long time. So I think that's going to be one thing that will massively benefit Allgaier as he charges through the field, is that he's earned a lot of respect from his fellow Xfinity Series competitors, especially in the mid-pack. And here we go. johnhunternemechek looking for a pass here on Sammy Smith. But, yeah, Allgaier already up into 13th here as he goes by his teammate Josh Berry for 13th. Brett Moffitt continues to stay ahead of him, though. So it'll be Brett Moffitt and now Parker Retzloff ahead of him. Looking for those passes for 12th and 11th here. As we are continuing to just keep trucking it through here. We are currently about halfway through the stage. Going to go ahead and start working on that stage 1 pole here. Phoenix. All right, let's see. Austin Hill leading the race. Let's go ahead and put in johnhunternemechek. johnhunternemechek. And let's see, who's third right now? It's Sammy Smith. All right, here we go. So we are currently working our way through this one. We're currently under the green flag, about halfway through the stage. So there we go. All right. So there's your poll. You guys can go ahead and let us know who you guys think is going to win stage number 1 here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. As we're working our way through it, we're currently on lap 27, so we're about 2/3 of the way through first stage here. Justin Allgaier now up to 11th here. He's going to be looking for the pass on Connor Mosack next as he goes and makes the pass. So, continuing to make progress here. But, so there's the poll if you guys want to go ahead and let your opinion be heard on that one. Cole Custer hanging out inside the top 5. That's impressive. Mayer making his way up the field as well. He's up to 7th. After where he started, that's really nice progress to see. But, Allgaier, though, he's going to be trying to make it work here through the field. Alright, so here we go. Taking a quick peek. Purdue versus Michigan kicked off a couple minutes ago. Oregon, California still at halftime. And University of Kansas was able to get the stop on Iowa State on their first drive. And actually, it's almost the end of the first quarter already for that game. And, so far the Iowa State boys have not been able to move the football against the University of Kansas quite as well as they had hoped. I like to kind of keep you guys updated on the college football stuff at the same time since you guys are spending your Saturday afternoon here. Figure I can keep you guys updated, especially while we're at commercial break. And I couldn't see it. Speaking of what I can see, we're coming back from commercial break. And johnhunternemechek looking at the inside here on Austin Hill. That is amazing here. Let's see. Come on. Can johnhunternemechek close up on the back bumper here and be able to make this pass happen? Now, again, Nemechek does not need to pass him because the stage end is just that, another lap. There's no points on the line for these Championship 4 guys. But johnhunternemechek is going to try and see what he can do here. Let's go. But, here we go. But, right now the 21 Austin Hill is trying to hang on as best he can. Here we go, the 20, though. He digs a long way along here, and the 20 of johnhunternemechek clears off of turn 4. So, johnhunternemechek able to clear off of turn 4 there. He has the lead. New race leader, it is johnhunternemechek. So, johnhunternemechek takes the lead here with 12 laps to go, and it is looking like it'll be he's going to start to now try and put a little bit of gap between them there. Cole Custer up into the top 3 now. Sammy Smith dropping even further back. So, Cole Custer up to 3rd. Not sure he's going to have it much. He's going to have the time to try and make a run at the top 2 here, but he's making progress, which is all you need to do if you're in the Xfinities, if you're in the Final 4 at this point. So, here we go. So, right now we're just kind of making our way through here. But, Cole Custer definitely looking good on the long run here. Justin Allgaier re-entering the top 10 here with his extra set of tires. Sam Mayer up into the top 10. He's currently up to 6th place for Mayer, and all 4 championship contenders now inside the top 9 as Allgaier continues to make his way up further and further. And here we go. So, right now, Sam Mayer, is actually looking very impressive with how much he's run. And here we go. Allgaier looking for the pass on his teammate here now. It'll be Brandon Jones just ahead of him looking for the pass. He's going to be going for it. It'll be the pass for 8th position here that Allgaier is going to be looking for. And Allgaier makes it happen there against the teammate. So, there we go. Justin Allgaier gets up to 8th position now. And next up, it'll be Matt Snyder will be the next car for position here for Justin Allgaier. How many cars have we lapped here? That's my next big question here. How many cars have we gotten the lap down? Only Daniel Hemrick and Kyle Sieg have actually gone a lap down here. Joe Graf Jr. driving the number 28 tonight for Ryan Sieg Racing. He is the last car on the lead lap. I'm curious to see if Nemechek ends up catching him before the end of this stage. But it looks like it'll be a Nemechek victory here in stage number 1. So here we go. Let's see. Just kind of looking through the lineup, trying to see what else there is going on. Moffitt up into the top 10. There we go. Brett Moffitt looking like he might have a shot here at fighting for this top 10. Moffitt versus Riley Herbst there for that 10th position. More of a moral victory there than anything else. Oh, man. Man, not really stuffed up tonight, but here we go. So we got about 5 laps to go here in stage number 1. 5 to go in stage number 1. Chandler Smith has made his way up to 4th position here. Sammy Smith continuing to fall further back. I would anticipate Sammy Smith trying to give Mayer here, though, a much tougher time, as Sam Mayer versus Sammy Smith on track is going to be a tough one here. No, Mayer gets to the inside here, and he's... Oh, there we go. Now the 18's going to pinch him tight here. Try and make it a battle off the corner, but Mayer got that inside, and it's looking like it'll be a somewhat easy contest there. Cole Custer makes the pass on Austin Hill for 2nd here. Looks like that long-run car for Cole Custer. That's going to be something to be feared later on in this event. He's already gaining spots like that. That's certainly nothing to scoff at here. But, yeah, we're just continuing to move our way through the field. So, here we go. Let's see. So, right now it's Austin Hill trying to hold off Chandler Smith here now for 3rd. Almost like Austin Hill just used up everything his car had way too early here. As Justin Allgaier now up to 7th position. He made the pass on Maya Snyder. And now he will be trying to make the pass here on Sammy Smith. Will be the next car for him to try and make the pass on. So can Allgaier make the pass on Sammy Smith, or will Sammy Smith give him a little bit more trouble than these last couple of cars have? Because Sammy Smith has a championship contending teammate, and you don't want to give any help being into those Xfinity contending teammates. But yeah, here we go. Settling in here, and we got the white flag in stage number 1 here. Mayer up into the top 5. All 4 drivers up inside the top 7 here. And coming off the second to last corner, it is johnhunternemechek down the back straightaway into 3 and 4, and he is going to be seeing the green and white checkered flag. Stage 1 goes to johnhunternemechek. Custer comes home 2nd. 3rd, Chandler Smith. 4th, Austin Hill. 5th is Sam Mayer. Sammy Smith comes home 6th. 7th, Justin Allgaier. 8th, Brandon Jones. 9th, Maya Snyder. And rounding out your top 10, it was Brett Moffitt. It looked like Riley Herbst maybe fell off a little bit there near the end of the second stage as well. So I will be right back. I'm going to go use the bathroom real quick, and I will be right back. But yeah, they're going to commercial break. Stage 1 is now over, and yeah, be right back. There we go, and we are back and ready to go. Oh, Michigan scored early in their game, and Purdue looking like they're going to have to punt it away. Just take a look at some of the college football stuff. Yep, there we go. Purdue punts it back to Michigan. USC versus Washington kicked off, and now LSU versus Alabama has also kicked off. So all the 7 o'clock games have kicked off for the college football stuff. Of course, let me know which ones you guys care about, if any of them, so I can keep you guys updated specifically on your games. But, yeah, it gives me something to talk about in the commercial breaks while we're in between stages and stuff. Let's take a look at the NBA, because I know NBA is also happening. Oh, Lakers and Magic are playing right now. Hornets, Pacers, the Hawks and the Pelicans. Ooh, Celtics versus Nets later tonight. That's cool. Let's say Suns lost to the Sixers earlier tonight, 100 to 112. So 76ers winning that one. But yeah, we're back from commercial break and we're ready to go racing here for stage number 2. They're currently on pit road. We got Cole Cut. They're showing all 4 championship drivers. Mayer in his pit stall. Custer in his. All the way to the last one to get to his pit stall. And here we go. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So Nemechek and Custer hold serve there. Allgaier gaining 4 spots on pit road, and Sam Mayer, the other championship contender, comes out 4th on pit road. All 4 championship contenders will be starting 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's the way we like it here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. Let's go! So, yeah, right now we're waiting for this one to restart. But, yeah, right now we're just, it'll be championship drivers 1, 2, 3, and 4 here on the scoreboard here. This is going to be interesting watching this one. But, yeah, here we go. We got Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, Sammy Smith, Brandon Jones, and Maya Snyder, Barry rounding out your top 10. So, but yeah, this restart though, this is gonna be a good test of what these Xfinity Championship contenders have, because they're gonna be competing here inside the top 4, all 4 championship contenders. So, also curious to see what lanes they choose in a situation like this where they're all going to be starting right together. Last time we saw championship contenders this close to each other, we saw Allgaier loop it off of turn number 2 here. And we don't want to see something like that happen again, so that could be an issue here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So they're back from their commercial break, and it is good. I really want to see how this, I want to see this choose cone. NBC, if you want to do one thing right this weekend, the championship for 1, 2, 3, 4, show the choose cone. I want to see how they pick inside and outside lane here. That's going to be an interesting one as we get ready for this one. But yeah, Allgaier going for his power slide early in the race. Then he's driven around everybody to make his way towards that front of the field. And then gained 4 spots on pit road to ultimately take his spot up in the 3rd position here. But yeah, let's go. Should be a pretty good one here as we get ready for stage number 2. So here we go. Sounds like Allgaier might not be the happiest with his team after he apparently they forgot to take the tear off the windshield here. So let's go. So here we go. They should be doing the choose this time by, if I'm not mistaken here. Let's see. Showing the experience of the pit crew there for the number 7 machine on Justin Allgaier. Let's go. And no, they didn't show the choose cone, so here we go. They're doubled up, ready to go back racing. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and they're racing in, they're racing here in Phoenix, and Custer and, Allgaier looking to the bottom of the racetrack. You got Nemechek on the top side. Nemechek going to try and hang on, but no, Custer going to have that fire off speed here on the short run as he takes over that spot, which is concerning because the one thing we talked about Custer on that last run is the long run speed that he showed. So if he has short and long run speed, that's going to be a deadly combination for the rest of the Championship 4. And here we go. So Allgaier on a little bit older tires here. They put on his 3-lap scuffs that he did the power slide in. So he's got slightly older tires than the rest of the field. He put those on to try and basically even back up the pit crew amount here. But yeah, we're getting ready for this one. So Allgaier is starting to slide a little bit further back. He's let Barry by him so far. And now it's just a matter of who else is going to get by him before he starts to kind of hit his rhythm and these tires start to get evened out with the rest of the pack. So Hill putting a lot of pressure on there. The 7 of Allgaier putting a big block, trying to hold him off here as we get ready for stage number 2. Currently 10 laps in here. Wow, this second stage isn't very long either. I thought the second stage would end up being a little bit longer, but hey, you know what? I'm glad it's nice and even. So it'll be 45, and then 110 laps for the final stage. Let's go. But yeah, right now though, if you're the 7 here, you gotta start hitting your stride and you gotta do it quick because you don't want the other drivers to start getting too far away. Although again, if you can just make it to this to the end of this stage on this set of tires, that'll be a big win because you'll be back on even tires with the rest of the field for the rest of the race, which is very important here. So here we are. So Allgaier and his crew chief talking about some sort of prior conversation they had pre-race about starting position here, but yeah, they're currently fighting for to hold on to that 5th position here as they get ready. And we're continuing to just work our way through this one. Custer, though, launched off to an early lead. Hopefully he doesn't flame out too early, unlike last. It is very possible he has a complete backwards having a completely backwards run this stage, because last stage Cole Custer went and had a little bit of a slow start and then gained a ton of speed late. This time maybe he'll fire off really quickly, but then he'll struggle late in the run. We'll have to wait and see. But Nemechek currently just trying to hold serve and keep the 0-0 of Cole Custer here in his windshield. And yeah, right now we are continuing to make our way through here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. Because yeah, now Allgaier's racing on the scuffs. The big thing is that you're not going to have a great set of data there, because you're obviously getting data from a scuff set of tires that you went and did a power slide in. But yeah, right now Allgaier loses a spot to Austin Hill. He's now down to 6th place. Again, he's going to need to make something happen, but that those tires that he has in his pit stall, those are all going to be ready for the finish. And more importantly, he's got that #1 pit stall, so even if he loses a couple spots here, if he can gain them back on pit road, Allgaier could be right back in position to go ahead and try and get himself up into that top 3 for the restart after this stage end. Currently working lap 17 of 45. Let's go. So here we go. Let's see. Just kind of keeping an eye on everything going on. Like I say, we're currently sitting at 2409 on the subscriber count. So yeah, 91 subscribers away from that magical 2,500 mark that we would love to hit by the end of the year, but I don't know how likely that is. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, right now though, Allgaier not having a championship in the Xfinity Series is a little weird, because it feels like he's been so good in this series for so long, and for him not to have gotten a championship even once is a little surprising. But yeah, here we go. Man, got a hair in my eye. But yeah, right now though, we're just kind of working our way through 20 laps in. California getting an extra, a little bit of touch. It's like a few extra points there. I believe that was a touchdown. It's now 35-19. Although Oregon does have a 1st and goal right now at California's 10-yard line. USC scoring early in their game. USC up 7-0 over Washington. Michigan going up 14-0 in their game against Purdue. Iowa State currently has the ball in their matchup, trying to hold on to that one. And LSU striking early in the Alabama game. Nice. So, quick little peek over at the college football stuff, and we are back. So, again, 20 laps into the 45-second second stage here. These stages really don't matter much at all here in the Xfinity Series level here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So, Custer, Nemechek, Mayer, the top 3, all 3 in contention for the championship. And we're getting a side-by-side commercial. Are you kidding me? I mean, I like that we can still see it, but we better not miss anything in that final stage for action on track here, because again, like I feel like we're gonna miss something late in this race. It's gonna be big, because we're gonna be at a full screen commercial break at this point. If we're already showing ads that are side by side now. Although not being at commercial break at all is the ideal. Side by side is the second best option here. But yeah, Allgaier continuing to slip. He's now down to 7th here, and now down to 8th as Brandon Jones goes on by him too. So there we go. And yep, Oregon gets the touchdown there in their game. Kansas goes and gets the touchdown in their game. So it's now 42-19 for Oregon. Then you got 13-0 for Kansas for University of Kansas over Iowa State. Purdue and Kansas just got the PAT, so it's now 14-0 in that game. Washington currently a first and goal here to try and get themselves on the board against USC. Michigan goes up 17-0 over Purdue, and Alabama gets on the board here, currently 6-7 against LSU. We'll have to wait and see what the either the PAT. Yeah, there we go. PAT. They kick it, and it's now a 7-7 football game there in Alabama. And let's see what else we got going on. I think that's it. And then we got the Washington trying to find a way in here. But yeah, we're just kind of waiting it out here. I'm gonna go ahead and do up the stage 2 poll here. So they're coming back from commercial break here. That's nice. And let's see. Custer, John, Hunter, Nemechek, Sam Mayer, so here we go. Ironically, the stage 2 poll is pretty much like a championship 4 poll, aside from obviously Allgaier, because Allgaier's got the old tires. He's currently back in the 8th position, but the other 3 championship contenders are 1, 2, and 3 here. So here we go. Let's see what's going to happen here. And again, we got 15 laps here left in this second stage. Again, honestly, the stages don't really matter a ton in this race, as it's a winner-take-all format. So Custer, Nemechek, Mayer, these guys don't really care exactly where they finish. This is more just a demonstration of strength, more so than anything else. Which right now, Custer is continuing to put a gap between himself and Nemechek to basically show, hey, I'm the top dog here. But yeah, let's see. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. So there's the poll. It's up, and you guys can go ahead and let us know who you guys think's going to win this second stage. I think should be a pretty easy one. I think it's probably going to be Cole Custer here, but who knows? Looks like we got somebody who thinks it's going to be John Hunter Nemechek. He's going to find a way here. But yeah, there were a lot of Cup drivers, though, last night calling out the Truck Series competitors for the lack of discipline or the lack of kind of competitive integrity that they let that Truck Series race have. I'll be doing a full championship weekend recap for the 3 races later on in the on Monday. That should be when I do that. So it will be a curious one to see what ends up happening. But so far, that championship race on Friday night was a mess. And now we got Allgaier versus Sheldon Creed. Sheldon Creed looking up the inside here. He's going to try and put Justin Allgaier back to 9th place here. Yeah, there we go. Allgaier back to 9th. No, Allgaier way up the track. He's going to actually hold on to his spot. So Sheldon Creed has worked his way back up into the top 5 here. Or not top 5, top 10 there. Allgaier holding on to 8th here for now, but it's a very close fight right now between these guys. So let's go. But yeah, here we go. So right now, again, we're just kind of working our way through this one. Poll is up if you guys want to let us know who you think is going to win this stage. We got 10 laps to go, and Custer's got a 2.5 second lead, so that's probably going to be a Custer win no matter what. Unless we see a late race or a late stage caution, which we could see, although it's way more likely we see a late race caution. I would be shocked if this one doesn't go to any overtime after last night's went to 4 overtimes. Now, I hope we don't see 4 overtimes tonight, but yeah, we'll have to wait and see here. But 9 laps to go. We're continuing to chip away at the laps remaining here. And there we go. Washington was able to score and tie the game against USC. That's now a 7-7 football game over there in California. So, some pretty good games, though, going on the college football side of things. Obviously, the NFL tomorrow has a lot of key matchups here. You got Seahawks, the Ravens. That's going to be a good game tomorrow. I think Jaguars 49ers is one of the games as well. And then you've got Dolphins Chiefs in Germany at 9:30 in the morning. I'm going to be excited to listen to that one before I get home for the race. And then it'll be there we go. They're showing the final restart here from Martinsville a week ago when the two Childress Racing drivers basically waged war on each other here. And the parking lot that happened behind Sheldon Creed as Creed comes up short of the championship again. Here we go. So, yeah, no RCR cars racing for the championship here tonight. And Allgaier now back to 9th place. He's continuing to drop. Again, one good pit stop on pit road. He could be right back in this one, but you just don't want to drop too far. But here we go. Mayer looking to the bottom here, trying to make a pass on johnhunternemechek. That's going to be a big one to watch here. But, and we got a yellow. We got a yellow. What's the yellow for? Uh-oh. Caution flag flies here in the NASCAR Xfinity Series. We got a caution, and it's going to be the, here we go. The 11 to Daniel no, that's not Hemrick's in the 10. Who's in the 11 tonight? That's Derek Kraus driving the number 11 car. We saw him racing last night in the 77 truck here. So Derek Kraus ends up with a blown tire there. We got a caution flag with 5 laps to go. I don't know if we're going to see a restart. If we do, it's going to be volatile. I guarantee it. But, yeah, this is going to be a curious one to see. But he stops the car up against the wall, so he isn't able to get it back to pit road. So, I am going to say, it will take a little extra time to get that car off the track. I don't know if we're going to see this race get back to racing before the end of stage 2. We should hopefully see some, but either way, we got a good final stage still to come as well. But, yeah, we're getting set here and ready to go, this is building here at this point. We got 11 people in here. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in, and of course, remember to like and subscribe if you guys are new. We've been doing these kinds of streams all throughout the NASCAR season. I put a poll out the other day on the community tab asking if you guys wanted to see some, in terms of some other content that I might be bringing out that you guys might want to see. So, I will probably be taking some advice from that. So, again, if you guys want to have your voices heard, keep an eye on that community tab. That'll be your best way to kind of contribute and help influence what we end up doing for content here. But, yeah, appreciate all you guys who have been here, whether this is your first live stream or whether you guys have been here since the high banks at Daytona to start the season off. This has probably been one of my favorite NASCAR seasons I've ever seen. Yeah, And I think a lot of that I attribute to the fact that I've been able to sit here week in and week out and enjoy these races with a lot of you guys. So thank you guys for making this season as enjoyable as it has been. So alright, I'm going to go ahead and grab myself a quick drink, and I will be right back, guys. But, yeah, here we go. And here we go. We are back and ready to, say, it looks like we are not going to see a restart here unless they are doubled up and ready to go racing right now. Because I believe we're going to see the white flag fly here. So yeah, we're waiting to see, but it looks like it'll probably, yeah, no, it'll, so this one will end the stage here. So as long as Cole Custer doesn't have an engine expire here, he will win the stage. But yeah, this caution flag might help though Justin Allgaier, because he was dropping. He ended up 9th place here at the end of the stage, and again, this helps him avoid losing any extra spots that he might need to now gain on pit road. So here we go. We're going to have to wait and see to make sure that it actually does cycle through. But yeah, here we go. So Oregon backed up to their own 2-yard line right now. Yikes, they're backed way up here. Kansas is also in a position where they're probably going to have to punt it away on 4th down. Yeah, and then the other games are all just kind of proceeding as normal here for the college football. As here we go, off of turn number 4. Coming to the green and white checkers, it's Cole Custer over John Hunter. Oh no, it's Sam Mayer over johnhunternemechek. And then Austin Hill, Chandler Smith, Brandon Jones, Josh Berry, Sheldon Creed, Justin Allgaier, and Riley Herbst, your top 10 here in stage number 2. So, stage number 2 is over. We got 110 laps here left in the second stage. But, yeah. Let's go. So that'll be the caution flag coming out. I believe we're going to go around. Oh, no, they're going to open pit road right away. Okay, I thought they were going to go around one more time. But no, here we go. Pit road is open, and they are all coming down pit road. So it's going to be racing down pit road. And again, do not, if you're a championship contender here, do not speed. I don't care if you go a mile or 2 an hour slower than you could. You might lose a couple spots. You do not want to get caught speeding right now. I know that you really don't want to lose any spots here. So Mayer hits his pit stall first, then Custer. Nemechek hits his, and then Allgaier has a little bit longer to go, and there's him hitting his pit stall. So Sam Mayer got the first 2 tires, and now the other 2 there, and Mayer with a 14-1 on the pit stop. Custer a 14-3, Nemechek a 14-7, and Justin Allgaier's team is going to be, a little bit slower here. And a really slow pit stop there for the 7th of Allgaier. He maintains his position, though. So, Austin Hill gains a spot on pit road. Nemechek loses one, and big fire for the 18 car. They spill a little bit of fuel there, and the fuel ends up catching fire there on the pit road. They were able to put it out, but man, that looked very scary there for a moment. But yeah, here we go. So again, Allgaier, he was not able to really gain anything for track position there coming off the after the pit stop. So it'll be Custer, Mayer, Hill, Nemechek, and Creed, your top 5. Chandler Smith, Brandon Jones, Barry, Allgaier, and Kaz Gralla coming out 10th. Nice job, Kaz Gralla. I did not expect to see him up there. Parker Clearman's been kind of anonymous here today, but honestly, he had a pretty good season. Nothing to really hang his head about, but yeah. Alright, let's see what we got going on here. So, and Oregon versus California, they have a delay here. Not sure what's going on with what happened there. Iowa State's going to have to punt it away on 4th down here. Or maybe they might be in range to kick a field goal. I don't know. But yeah, it's 4th down on the Kansas side of the field. Washington looks like they're going to have to punt it away on 4th down here to USC. And then Alabama versus LSU is still locked at 7 points apiece here. Michigan holds a 17-0 lockout against Purdue right now as NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing comes back from commercial break. There we go. So still into the commercial break here at the end of the second stage. And yeah, here we go. Oh. All right, so the impressive. I hadn't seen that one. With the split screen for the end of the stage or for the pit stop, guys. The guy, one of Sammy Smith's crew members ended up. He had his actual rear end caught on fire in the fight. Glad he's okay, but man, that's funny. And again, I can laugh about it because he's okay. Also, John Nemechek on his pit stall, his tire carrier ended up tripping there, going around the pit box, and they still only lost about 0.4 of a second, which is impressive. But yeah, here we go. So, there's 110 laps to go here. We're wrapping this one up. It's NASCAR Xfinity Series season, the entire season on the line for these guys. Here, go ahead and grab my NASCAR fan reward points. Continuing to try and pile those up. Alright, here we go. 106 laps to go. It's going to be a fight the entire rest of this race. You can't just lay back and wait here, because if you let this one get away from you, you potentially end up giving up a shot to win this one. And here we go. Green flag will be coming out this time by as we go. So here we go. Custer, Mayer, and John Nemechek. They are starting 1st, 2nd, and 4th here. But Nemechek got the outside 2nd row, so actually, I think he actually got the preferred spot here in row 2. Although we'll have to wait and see if that ends up producing anything there. So there we go. Custer versus Mayer there into turn 1. Mayer unable to really keep close there. Custer able to get out ahead and clears Mayer off of turn 4 there. And now it's 1, 2, 3 for the championship contenders. Allgaier somewhere back in the middle of the top 10 there. He's trying to make something happen, but it's not going to be easy. He's in the hornet's nest. And now you got johnhunternemechek trying to look for a pass here on Sam Mayer. It's going to be tough. It is a no pass at this point. It's going to come easy, especially when you're trying to pass a fellow championship contender here. But we got a little over 100 laps to go, so hopefully there's still time for these guys. I will say it's cool seeing that silver car for the silver and red on the number 7 car. I know normally the silver cars mean someone's ending a career, but to my knowledge, Allgaier is going to be back next year, so I'm going to say a little bit surprising to see him running the silver accents on the scheme. Because I remember Jimmy Johnson and Ryan Newman running a pair of teal schemes here. But here we go. Let's see. So there we go. Nemechek does manage to get the pass on Sam Mayer that lap and he's able to clear Mayer off the corner. So now it's Custer, Mayer, and Custer, Nemechek, Mayer here, the top 3, and Allgaier just continuing to try and find any pass he can. He's up to 8th right now, and he's looking to the inside of Chandler Smith for 9th. So, yeah, he's continuing to fight for this one, but so Chandler Smith, his last race for colleague here. Can he maybe go ahead and make him proud by having a good finish, possibly even capping it off with a win? That would be impressive. Imagine if Creed gets his first career win driving for a team. Would Creed even want to do this one here at this point? Alright, here we go. Let's see. Oh, we got a caution flag. The 08 is around. The 08 here, that's a Ford Mustang for SS Greenlight Racing. Not sure who's behind the wheel. It's JJ Yaley behind the wheel there. And the car and JJ Yaley goes around here. We got damage on that car. No idea if any other cars involved. But yeah, here we go. The 08 goes and has a caution flag here, and it's going to be a 1-2-3 for these Championship 4 guys. Allgaier back in 8th place. He has a chance to re-rack them and try and make something else happen here, but it's going to be a tough one. You know what? Actually, I can type this one up ahead of time because the names aren't going to actually change for this final poll of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season. Okay, so it sounds like Chris Hacker in the 30 potentially getting into him. Oh yeah, and the 08 now kind of crashes into his pit stall there, right against the fence. Nothing he can really do at this point, I don't think. So it'll be a minute before we get this thing back to racing. Yeah, you're definitely not pitting from the lead here. And honestly, I don't think Allgaier's got too good of a car to make that kind of call here. Yeah, I think some of your guys who aren't in the championship might, but Oh, they already opened pit road? Wow, that's impressive. I thought that for sure they were going to leave it closed another lap or two there. All right, pit road's open. No takers, though, it sounds like, or at least no significant takers at this point. All right, so there we go. There's the poll for the... so there's the final poll of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season, I believe. Got the who wins the championship poll here, and you guys can go ahead and let us know who you guys think is going to win this championship here in about an hour's time, probably. Let's say, here we go. So let us know who you guys think is going to get this one, and we're going to keep going here. Alright, here we go. Just keeping an eye on everything. Let's see, college football. Iowa State did end up punting it away. And it ultimately went back to Kansas. Third quarter ended for Oregon versus California. That score is still stuck there. Alabama goes up 14-0 at the end of the first quarter against LSU. The USC versus University of Washington. USC goes up 14-7 here in that game. Purdue and Michigan still locked here in the battle. 17-0 Michigan. I don't envision a massive change there. I think Michigan should be able to maintain that lead, but it is still early, so Purdue could rally, but they aren't really a rally type of team here. Ooh, Michigan State versus Ohio State next week. That could be pretty good. Had not seen that matchup. Oh, wait a minute. Who is LSU? Oh, LSU versus Gators next Saturday night. If that game is in a primetime slot, I might be, if that one's not a noon time slot, I might go ahead and broadcast that one. We'll see. I'm not a massive college football fan, but I do like my Gators, so. But, yeah. Hey, Super Ultra Doom, how's it going? And say, Allgaier winning. You think Allgaier's going to win this race? Hey, I'd love to see it, but I don't know. He's had a very tumultuous day so far. And, yeah. And say, it very well could go back his way, but we saw yesterday, literally anything can happen here on any given lap, and it's hard to guarantee much. Let's say, my pre-race pick was that johnhunternemechek was going to win it. I originally had kind of that feeling coming into the weekend that we might see a triple sweep for the first time in the Championship 4 era for a manufacturer. After Ford won last night, that means that Ford would have to win the next two championships, and they only have one competitor in each. Granted, Custer's looked a lot more competitive than I thought he would here today as well, and I wrote Custer off similarly to how I wrote Ben Rhodes off yesterday, so maybe Custer gets this one, but yeah, here we go. Getting ready for getting ready for the restart here. Allgaier going to be starting 8th place. Again, he's just going to be trying to find anything he can do to try and find a couple more spots here. Curious what those RCR cars are going to end up getting into, though. They're currently 4th and 5th here, battling it out between each other. But, yeah, this is the last Xfinity Series stream of the year, which, again, it just feels weird that the season's already coming to an end, which is unfortunate, because I've enjoyed this. I've enjoyed being able to enjoy these streams with you guys. Obviously, we'll be back for the Cup race tomorrow, but in terms of the Xfinity Series, we're coming near the end of this one. I mean, Super Ultra Doom, real quick, did you see what happened last night? Because I think that is more than just a feeling at this point. If you saw what happened last night, I think that is pretty much a given. Because, yeah, they were calling 14 wide. You got 6 below you, 7 above you. So, I mean, middle of 14 wide. Honestly, and mind you, this is going to go back to a video I did way back when I was still recording in... Okay. I was about to say back when I was still recording in my parents' basement, but I'm still in my parents' basement, but back when I was recording my big brown chair that I used to do these videos in, yeah, I think the ideal NASCAR schedule would be to start a little earlier potentially in the season. I think still keeping the Daytona 500 around that same time of the year, but starting the season a little earlier. Okay, you saw it afterwards, yeah. I mean, it was pretty late, but yeah, it was chaotic. No, but yeah. But I think NASCAR ideally starting maybe a little bit later or a little earlier in the season. And then potentially racing. I think a shorter season might help. Because honestly, the season is very long, and that's why ultimately we've seen some guys, like we've seen a lot of guys end up retiring, trying to put emphasis on family. So I think a shorter season might help, but I don't know. The way it is right now, I don't see the season length changing significantly. But if you shift just the season earlier, that way we aren't overlapping with NFL football, because like tomorrow's the Sunday game, the Sunday Cup Championship overlaps with the Panthers versus Colts game, which is NASCAR's biggest market, is Charlotte. And here we go, green flag is out, and we're back to racing. So here we go, Custer diving, dive. Custer, part of that dive team there, going as low as he possibly can, almost hitting the inside pit lane wall as he and Nemechek are going door to door here off of turn 2. Nemechek able to ride that wave of momentum past Cole Custer here. Cole Custer dropping his second here. Yeah, Sam Mayer got kind of just absorbed into that crowd of cars here. Chandler Smith, Sheldon Creed both starting to make inroads against him, although honestly, Mayer's actually holding his own a lot better than it looked like he was going to when he first started to lose spots. Although he will lose that other spot to Sheldon Creed as he falls in line here. So, and then we got Justin Allgaier up to 7th right now. He's trying to make his way up here. He's in behind Austin Hill for 6th. But yeah, this restart though, it's shuffling it up a little bit, but that battle for the lead is going to be a fun one here as we get down towards the end of this race. Will we see the battle for the win be the battle for the championship too? Or like last night, will we potentially see it be a race win for someone who isn't competing for the championship? Because last night the race win ended up going to Christian Eckes, who was not competing for the Xfinity or the Truck Series Championship here. But yeah, William Byron on pole for the title race in Phoenix tomorrow, so that'll be interesting to see how that ends up playing out. So right now, Creed Creed gets past Chandler Smith here, and Creed potentially gonna is Creed really? I want to know what happens if Creed wins this race. Like, what does RC end up having to say as a PR thing to be like, well, we still like the fact that he won us a race, but we still can't stand him because they made it pretty clear last week that they do not like him at RCR and he's leaving anyway, so it's not like it makes a big difference, but that would be a weird one. But here we go. Let's see. Mayer currently running 5th here. He's just kind of trying to find what he can do against Chandler Smith here, but there's just not much right now. Looking high, looking low, but here we go. Mayer's gonna look to the inside, but he's gonna lift here, and he is gonna get to the inside on Chandler Smith. I did not think he was gonna get to that inside, so. Good job to Sam Mayer for being able to find a way to get alongside Chandler Smith like that. It will not be easy to make this pass because that outside line is very good here. But Mayer does have a decent amount of exit speed here. He's gonna exit pretty much side by side still. and then diving into turns 3 and 4, and it's gonna try and keep this one tight. But yeah, Mayer, not really much he can do right now. He's just struggling to keep this one. The battle between those two for 4th here. And so that battle for the lead, I think it's pretty much just kind of those two are just waiting for this race to get a little bit later into this one to really start fighting. Austin Hill's starting to get closer here too. He's going to be looking for a 3-wide move for the lead. Or not for the lead. 3-wide for 4th here is what we're expecting to see. The battle for the lead, though, Cole Custer is hanging right there on the back bumper of John Hunter Nemechek. One mistake and Custer will take this lead. But I think if you're Cole Custer, again, don't make a risky move and potentially let the 20 and Nemechek end your day, because we do not want to see a championship contender and his day ended early here. But yeah, I'm kind of surprised, but we haven't had we had those 2 early cautions, and then we had 1 caution around the midway point of the second stage, but we really haven't had much of a caution fest the way that it looked like it was going to be after the first 3 laps or so. Because we had on lap 3 we had a spin, and then a couple more laps later we had another spin here. So Chandler Smith dropping back here. Allgaier going on by him now. So Justin Allgaier passing Chandler Smith for position here. So here we go. Let's see. Oh, here we go. So it sounds like Allgaier's spotter's telling him to try and run this higher line here and see what he can do. But it's going to be tough to see him potentially go up here and pass this one. So here we go. So right now you got Nemechek hanging on to that top spot. Yeah, Allgaier continuing to fight here for 6th place. Mayer up to 4th. Sheldon Creed still holding down that top spot of the non-championship drivers. So here we go. So Cole Custer seems to be the chat's favorite in terms of who we think is going to win the championship. Allgaier 2nd place. And then Nemechek and Mayer, I believe, each having about 1 vote each. So, here we go. So right now the poll for the Xfinity Series, who we think's going to win the championship, is pretty close. I don't know if I... Yeah, so I can't do a second poll at the same time. So if I want to do another poll, I'll have to wait till after the Xfinity Series race. There will be a poll after the race. So if you guys want to stick around after the stream, obviously. Oh, Sheldon Creed to 2nd. Wait, what? Sheldon Creed goes to 2nd. He makes the pass on Cole Custer. Custer dropping back a little bit. That's not good for Custer, but that'll give Nemechek a little bit of breathing room here. But yeah, so I'll be doing a poll about content tomorrow in addition to the championship stream. I got a couple of ideas as to something I want to do, but again, I want to make sure that you guys will enjoy it too. So again, that poll will be up at the end of the stream. So stay tuned if you guys want to take part in that. But yeah, right now though, we're continuing to just make our way through here. The only weird to think that the only drivers mixing it up with the championship 4 right now are literally Sheldon Creed and Austin Hill, who were both eliminated last week due to Sheldon Creed's last minute move to try and make his way into the championship 4 and ultimately ended up eliminating himself and his teammate. So that's kind of ironic that those are the only 2 guys competing with the championship 4 right now. But yeah, they're doing a promo right now for the LA Coliseum. I'll be watching it from here. But yeah, here we go. I will be. I want. Oh, and Sheldon Creed to the lead. Creed to the lead. Let's go. Sheldon Creed to the lead here in Phoenix. Imagine if Sheldon Creed wins this race. I already said it earlier, but I wonder what that post-race conference is gonna be like with Richard Childress after what was said last week, and now what's gonna happen to Sheldon Creed with Creed winning this race. It's not a guarantee that we see something that we see him be able to finish this one out, but as of right now, he is leading. So here we go. Let's see. But yeah, right now though, Nemechek doesn't need to win the race. That's the big thing Nemechek needs to remember. He can let Creed run away with this one. He can just kind of run in here and just kind of let it roll here. Alright, here we go. Let's see. So, I'm surprised that Creed is, again, looking as good as he is, considering the fact that he's pretty well out of this, he's out of the championship contention here, but he's also out of his current ride at the end of this race, too. But now that Championship 4, running 2nd through 5th here, they're all right together on this one, so. There we go. Let's see. What's it going to look like here as we get down the stretch? Oh, and alright, John Hunter Nemechek back to the lead over Sheldon Creed. He takes the lead back from Creed. And yeah, that goes and separates him from the other Championship 4 contenders right now. But yeah, so Nemechek going back on past Creed here. This back and forth battle here, it's going to be an interesting one as they continue to race this one out. Oh, wow. He made a big move there, and he gets on by him. So, again, Nemechek versus Creed is not... Oh, Creed got loose there into turn 3 and 4 there. Ultimately, lost him the momentum and allowed the 20 car to make his way by him. So now these other 3 championship contenders, I guarantee, are looking at trying to see if they can possibly get by Creed as well. But as of right now, Nemechek has a bit of separation between himself and the other championship contenders in the form of Sheldon Creed. So again, Austin Hill currently running 6th. He's the second highest of the non-playoff guys. Growler the highest. Oh wait, no, never mind. So yeah, Growler the highest non-championship running Toyota, and Riley Herbst the highest of the Fords that aren't in the championship fight. Although there are a lot less Fords in this race than any other manufacturer. But yeah, this is just kind of looking to see who the leading drivers from the other manufacturers were. But yeah, Ford, Chevy, and Toyota at the front of the field though right now. You got John Hunter Nemechek leading for Toyota, Creed in 2nd for Chevy, and then Custer in 3rd for Ford. So it's a pretty good mix, honestly. But yeah, that pole for the Xfinity Championship, it's starting to get pretty close here. But yeah, we've got 14 people in here. Thank you guys for everybody that's tuned in. Of course, like and subscribe if you guys are new. We've been doing these streams all year long. We'll be back again tomorrow for the Cup Series race, 3 p.m. Eastern time, and I'll try and have that stream scheduled a little bit further in advance than I did today, because today's stream went up about 15 minutes before the stream was supposed to go live. And oh yeah, there we go. Maya Snyder goes around Oh boy, Myatt Snyder in the treetop Toyota here goes around, and he's got massive damage to the rear end of that car, and not sure if that was a blown tire or contact. We'll have to wait and see. So he pulled in behind the 17 of Caruth, and I think that was a tire going down because, yeah, I say, oh, he's saying he locked the rear tires up. I didn't say, because he's going into the corner right in front of Brett Moffitt. But, yeah, there was no contact from Moffitt. No, that is weird. What on earth? Like, no idea what happened there, but man, that is a weird crash to see happen. Because I thought it would either be a tire going down or contact. But ultimately, there was no contact from the 25 until after the 19 had already. In fact, I don't think they ever had any contact. And then yeah, he just wiggled it to the left, wiggled to the right, and then spun around. So a really weird way for this Xfinity Series championship race to take a turn here. And now we're within range for the fuel. So I think we see everybody come to pit road here. I think all four of the championship contenders come here, get their final set of sticker tires. And unless one of these guys wants to make a big gamble, but right now where they've all been very, very close on the competition, I don't see any reason for one driver to make a big gamble. Unlike yesterday in the truck race, where Hocevar was way off from the rest of the drivers all day. Yeah, I mean, it looked like maybe wheel hop, and we have seen that before at Phoenix, but it is definitely a weird one. You don't see that every day, that's for sure. But, yeah. Here we go. Yep, everybody coming down pit road. Everybody coming down pit road. So, again. So, Mayer going to be the first one to hit his pit stall of these championship drivers. We've seen him very consistently being the first one to his pit stall. So, here we go. And I say, we're going to get to see a restart here. Just curious to see who ends up getting it. So, right now, Mayer stops in his box. Custer's got his. Nemechek's in his. And Allgaier's got his going on. So, 4 tires and fuel for Mayer. 4 as well for Custer. All these are going to be 4 tire stops. 14.5 for Mayer. 14.2 Custer. And Nemechek also on his way out. Nemechek holds serve. Creed holding serve too. Allgaier gains 1 spot due to his number 1 pit stall here. Allgaier going up to 4th here. Mayer back to 5th. So, but Creed holds serve there. Riley Herbst also passes Brandon Jones there on pit road. So Brandon Jones down 1. Riley Herbst going up 1 here on pit road as they get ready for this one. All right, let's take a look quick at the college football games. And, okay, yeah, Oregon starting to pull away from University of California here. 56-19 the score. Oregon leads. It's in the 4th quarter, but it's going to be a rough one there. Kansas leading 14-3 over Iowa State at halftime. Then you got 21-21 in the USC versus Washington game. This is going to be a shootout, it looks like. But, yeah, that's going to be a good one. Still 6.5 minutes left in that game before halftime. Purdue finally gets on the scoreboard. It's 20-3 against Michigan leads over Purdue, 20 points to 3. And LSU ties Alabama. They're locked at 14 now with 3 minutes to go before halftime in that game. So there's some pretty good games going on for the college football world. If anyone has any interest in the college football games, that's your quick little score update. Since you guys are spending your Saturday evening with me, I try and keep you guys updated on what the other sports are doing that aren't NASCAR, because I know that we aren't all, it's not like we only watch NASCAR, even though I think for most of us, NASCAR is our number 1. Especially if you're watching a Xfinity Series broadcast here. So Hornets and Pacers over in the NBA are still going 88-82 there. Pacers lead. The Orlando Magic leading over the LA Lakers right now, 96-72. Looks like the Lakers might take another loss here. The Hawks going up 103-98 or to 89 there for the Hawks over the Pelicans. The Utah Jazz versus the Minnesota Timberwolves. That one's a 42-40 football or basketball game. That one's pretty close as they get closer and closer to halftime. 5 minutes remaining in that one. Celtics and Nets, though, are locked at 49-48 the score right now. Celtics lead. So some pretty good games there in the NBA as well. The Kings and the Rockets, they are back from commercial break, so there we go. Carried us all the way up until the NASCAR broadcast return, so there we go. So that's your quick little update on the other sports around the world, or around the U.S. at least. If I'm missing any other sports that are going on right now, let me know. But I know the World Series ended up being clinched the other day. Good job to the Texas Rangers. And pace car's off, and we're ready to go racing. So Creed on that front row with johnhunternemechek. Green, green, green. Green flag is out, and they are racing once again here at the Phoenix Raceway. And Sheldon Creed making a big dive along with Justin Allgaier trying to make something happen here. But John Hunter... Oh! Big checkup there from Creed. This is starting to become maybe an issue for Creed, because last week the thing he was criticized for was a big checkup in the Xfinity Series race at Martinsville. A big checkup middle of the corner. This time he has a big checkup middle of the corner there again, which hurts Justin Allgaier's run there. Okay, NASCAR says the start's good, so no penalties, which is really nice to see, because did not want to see someone like Allgaier or Mayer get hit with a penalty for being down there too early, potentially. Like, let these guys race for the most part if you can. Obviously, there's some penalties you gotta make sure you enforce. But here we go. Nemechek, Custer, though, those two able to separate themselves from the field. And then now it's Allgaier and Mayer trying to find their way through the field. So the two of Creed currently holding off the 7 of Allgaier and the 1 of Mayer hanging out right behind him. 3 wide behind Mayer, though, for position with all the non-championship guys. That's Herbst, that's Hemrick, and that's Hill. Hill, Hemrick, and Herbst there. 3 drivers all with the same first letter of their last name there. That's funny. But, yeah, here we go. We're continuing to cycle it around, and looking like johnhunternemechek starting to rise in terms of the favorites for the Xfinity Series Championship here. Custer still the favorite overall. Then we got Allgaier and Mayer hanging out in the pole as well. But right now, I think both Allgaier and Mayer have to prove that they can even get by the non-championship guys before they can really be a contender here. So there we go. Allgaier gets in front of the 2 here, and he'll check him up and allow Sam Mayer to get to that inside as well. And now Mayer can make that pass. So these two are actually working pretty well as a team here. Allgaier and Mayer. Once they get to that front, though, you know they're going to have to get much more competitive with each other, because they can't just play nice with each other the whole day. 53 laps to go, though. We're closing in on the end of this race. It's getting closer and closer, but for right now, these two junior motorsports cars, they are going to be working together very well. But, yeah, Chandler Smith currently the one driver inside the top 4 that isn't a championship contender. He's currently sitting in 3rd place. The 2 junior motorsports cars in 4th and 5th, and then you got Custer and Nemechek leading the way here. It's going to be a fun one. Here we go. Let's see what we get coming down the final stretch of the NASCAR Xfinity Series season here. So Cole Custer stays way high there on the restart. Okay, seeing the replay of what happened on the restart there, but ultimately staying high there allowed Custer to get around Creed no problem there, and really allowed him to stay close with Nemechek as they came through the as they went around everybody, and now those two have the lead over the other two championship contenders. Nemechek, 7 wins on the year. Custer looking for his first oval win of the season. And right now, of course, this would be a big day to do it. Obviously, it's championship week. And here we go. Let's see. And I say the big thing for Cole Custer is that we saw early on in the race he had a good long run car. So as long as he hasn't done anything to ruin the long run speed in that car, he should be able to stay close for the first little while on this run, and then as this run starts to develop into a long run, that's when you make your pass. But again, that all depends on if he hasn't ruined that car trying to make it better on the short run. Because if this and is this race even going to be a long run race at the end of it? Because just because it's a long run race right now, or we might see a 48 lap green flag run to the checkers here, does not mean it's necessarily guaranteed to stay that way. But yeah, here we go. Alright, so here we go. Let's see. So yeah, right now they're showing this chess match here between Custer and Nemechek. Nemechek just trying to drive out the mirror here, pretty much. Just trying to see where Custer's going to put his car. Custer trying to throw Nemechek off with where he's running to try and get some clean air to Custer's nose. But yeah, right now though, Chandler Smith running third. This is going to be the big question mark for all Iron Mayor's championship hopes. Can they find a way to get around the 16 of Chandler Smith? If not, they're going to have a hard time winning this championship. All right, so here we go. Let's see. So here we go. Let's see. So we know John Hunter Nemechek's going back to Cup next year, and obviously Cole Custer wants to be in the Cup Series as soon as possible. He already signed a contract. He will be back in the Xfinity Series next year, but he wants to get back to Cup eventually here. That's the end goal, is to get back to Cup for Cole Custer, even if it does end up flaming out like it did the last time. So here we go. So 157 laps down, a little over 40 laps to go here, 43 to go here. And there we go. Cole Custer makes the pass as soon as they go to commercial break. Are you kidding me? There we go. Cole Custer to the race lead. Nemechek down to second here. Let's go. So again, Custer playing it very patient, very safe here. And the second they went to commercial break, he went for it. Went for the big move. Gets by the 20 of the 20 of John Hunter Nemechek here, and now they're starting to get some lap traffic. So, is that lap traffic going to potentially start to affect the battle here? Because Custer's starting to get a little bit of breathing room here too. He's trying to get about a half second here of breathing room right now. Because if you can get a half second worth of breathing room between yourself and second place, you can start to kind of not run 100% and just kind of wait and see what's going to happen. But it will not be an easy one as they get towards the end of this race. But yeah, right now though, John Hunter Nemechek, you got to stay close in case of a caution. But you gotta find something you can do on that long run to potentially try and keep it close. Yeah, the ending will be interesting, that's for sure. The biggest thing for me when it comes to watching this ending is if I knew when the final caution was going to be, I could tell you exactly what strategy they could use. Problem is, I don't know when any of these cautions are coming. So, are we going to see 50 cautions here at the end of the race? Or are we going to see 0 cautions here at the end of the race? Have we seen the last one already? Currently sitting at 6 yellows on the day, so let's see what we got. But yeah, it's going to be a tough one here. But they're talking about the Atlanta Motor Speedway February date next year. I'm not a big fan of seeing 2 super speedways to start off the year. Because, yeah, here we go. Cole Custer to the lead. They're coming back from commercial break. Nemechek second, 4th for Allgaier, and 5th for Mayer. And there we go. Justin Allgaier making a move on Chandler Smith there. Justin Allgaier to 3rd. There we go. So he goes and makes the pass, and now it's 1, 2, 3 championship contenders, and then Sam Mayer in 5th. Let's go. So let's see what we got going on. So right now we're just kind of managing everything right now, but here we go. Let's see. So right now it looks like Custer and Nemechek definitely the 2 favorites for the championship. Allgaier has a slight lead over his teammate Mayer here, and coming to pit road, it's the 53 there. Looked like a flat tire. Hopefully he didn't leave a ton of debris or anything. I haven't seen any, but we also didn't get a chance to see where potentially an issue happened for him. But yeah, here we go. So Custer, Nemechek, there's no cars between them right now. And okay, here we go. Let's see. Oh, big damage on that rear corner. Massive tire rub. Waiting to see. It doesn't look like a ton of tire rub here, but yeah, the 7's starting to look like he has a little bit of late run speed here, but I just don't know if it's going to be enough for it to turn around here and really make something of it. But yeah, here we go. Cole Custer continuing to surge on the odds here. 35 laps to go. 35 more times around, and we will have a champion crowned, hopefully. Hopefully there's no overtime. Because last night was ridiculous, but honestly it was fun, so. It was fun, but it was kind of that ridiculous, kind of almost embarrassing level of fun. I will probably describe that truck race 5, 6 different ways before I get to the end of it, so. If Cole Custer wins the Xfinity Championship here, that puts the pressure on Ryan Blaney because they will be 2/3 of the way to a triple sweep of the weekend with Ford drivers. And honestly, I think Blaney's the most likely Ford driver to win a championship this weekend. At least coming into it, he was my most likely of the of the 3 Fords to win the championships. Because I didn't have a lot of confidence in Ben Rhodes. Obviously, that came to bite me in the butt there. But I did not anticipate Ben Rhodes having the speed to pull it off. And here we go. So, John Nemechek going by some lap traffic. He's making short work of him along with Cole Custer. And there we go. Sam Mayer also makes it past Chandler Smith. Looks like Chandler Smith having major late run issues here, but now the championship contenders are 1, 2, 3, and 4 here. So there we go. But yeah, this battle for the championship lead, though, it's gonna be interesting to see what ends up happening here. So here we go. So right now, Custer and Nemechek. Again, these two are going to hold down these top two spots for a little while here. If we get a late race restart with all four of these guys inside the top four, that is going to be an interesting fight here. And there we go. Allgaier starting to close in on those top two. He's about 2.5 seconds back, but he's got some speed, so he might have a shot at this one. We'll have to wait and see if that late run speed is enough for the 7 of Allgaier to be able to make something happen here. But yeah, right now, here we go. Let's see. It's going to be 29 to go here, and Mayer continuing to try and hold on to this one. But again, right now we're just kind of waiting to see if this is going to be the run to the checkers. Because if not, we might see something go interesting here. And lap traffic right in front of Custer, that has slowed it down. It is pretty much back to bumper between the front two. There's about a Prius length of room. Not a full car length. And there we go. Yep, he just got there. He got close enough to maybe almost tap him, but not quite. But yeah, there's about a Prius length between the two. Not a full car, but not bumper to bumper technically here. As they get ready for the 1.8 seconds now between Allgaier and the front two. This is going to be big if Allgaier can get up here and catch the leaders. That's going to be a big one. But yeah, right now Allgaier has to find his way through the same lap traffic that Custer and Nemechek just got caught up in. But yeah, right now the big thing for Nemechek in the 20, he needs to be, 1, figuring out how to get better on the long run, and 2, figuring out exactly where the 00's weak spots are, because you're going to have to take advantage of a weakness somewhere. And every car pretty much has them, except for Kyle Larson in the year of 2021. Kyle Larson in 2021, I'm convinced that car had no weaknesses. But, yeah. Right now, though, Nemechek just kind of hanging on here to this 20 car, and he's just kind of riding around hoping he can stay close to that 00, because in clean air, it seems like that 00 is much faster. Well, obviously, the 00 has clean air, and the 20 doesn't really have clean air, because he's following right in the same tire tracks as the 00 most of the time. But 25 laps left here. It's going to be a 25-lap chess game here between these two. It's going to be interesting to see what ends up happening. Drivers aren't pitting, no. Nobody's pitting right now. Maybe a couple of the guys way at the back, but nobody's coming to pit road. Again, maybe a couple of back markers that don't really have much of a chance, but I haven't seen any front runners coming to pit road. Hill hasn't pit. Chandler Smith hasn't come to pit road yet. But yeah, I mean, I don't really see much of what's going on right now. Yeah, I don't see anyone coming to pit road, so. And they're going to commercial break, yay. So, we might not even get a chance to see people coming to pit road, yay. But yeah, Mayer, Creed holding on to those spots, but at least a side-by-side commercial, I guess. So if we do see pit stops, we'll be able to, see them. But yeah, here we go. Let's see. And Oregon versus California, that game goes final 63 to 19. Oregon getting the win there at home against California. Kansas, University of Kansas currently 14-0 over, or 14-3, over Iowa State, and they are currently inside Iowa State's territory and getting ready for another potential run at a touchdown. Michigan versus Purdue has reached halftime. 20-6 is the score in that game. Michigan leading. Washington is currently third and 1 here at USC's 3-yard line. It's very close for another touchdown here right before halftime. 28-28 the score there in that game. And the score in the LSU-Alabama game is 21-21 as they get ready for halftime here. So, some pretty good games here, honestly, in this 7:30 time slot for the college football world. Yeah, I want to see if Washington can end up getting the this game here. I can't watch it because it's on ESPN, of course. Alright, well, let's see. Yep, third and goal now from the 1 for the Washington. And, we got a caution. Caution flag flies. Connor Mosack is in trouble here. So, now we might see some drivers coming to pit road. I'd be curious if any of the championship guys come to pit road, but I think you could see some guys further back in the pack. Maybe someone like a Rajah Caruth making something. Yeah, the 24 just crashed, yeah. Maybe Rajah Caruth in 11th, Kaz Grala in 12th. Maybe you could see one of them come to pit road, try and flip this strategy. But at this point, most of these guys are on their last set of tires here. But yeah, right now though, and yep, the University of Washington ends up getting the touchdown though over the USC Trojans there. But yeah, I'm expecting we're gonna see. All the teams are getting up on the wall, so I guess they think that that they've got a set of scuffs in the pits that are better than the tires that they got, or do they have one more set of stickers? I thought they were out of stickers. If they do have a set of stickers in the pits, absolutely everybody should be on pit road. But I thought they were out of stickers. No, I'm seeing stickers on the tires, so I think they got one more set of stickers. I thought they were out of them though. I thought they were out of sticker tires here, so yeah, no, if they got a set of tires in the pits, they're coming to pit road, so it's going to come down to who can win this race off pit road between these 4. Custer, Nemechek, Allgaier, and Mayer. Allgaier's got the advantage because he's got that number 1 pit stall. But here we go, let's see. And coming down pit road, it is. Yep, there goes literally everybody. All 4 championship contenders and everybody else behind them, following them down pit road. So they must have one more set of stickers. Otherwise, you would see somebody trying to stay out here. So here we go. Mayer coming around. He will be the first one to hit his pit stall of these championship 4, as we've seen throughout the night. Then it will be Custer, Nemechek, and Allgaier in that order, hitting their pit stalls. And here we go. Let's see. So, again, we know it'll be 4 tires here for Mayer as they go around the car here. Dropping the jack, and it'll be a 14-1 for Mayer, 14-1 for Custer, 14-2 for Nemechek. Some very fast pit stops here. And there we go. That Stewart-Haas Racing pit crew high-fiving each other and getting ready for this one. They get him out in front. Second, though, Allgaier able to get second. Third goes to Nemechek, and 4th place will go to Austin Hill here as they come off pit road. And then you got Sam Mayer holding down spot number 5 as they get ready for this restart. But yeah, here we go. So Custer wins the race off pit road. Nemechek comes up 3rd here. Allgaier gaining 1 spot due to that number 1 pit stall, and Mayer losing a spot to a non-championship driver here. So here we go. Alright, so there we go. That's pretty good. The game, or the race is actually going pretty good here. Which is a bummer, because all the college football games are also popping off tonight. I mean, Washington versus USC is amazing. LSU and Alabama are currently tied at 21 as they go into halftime. So college football is doing well. NASCAR Xfinity Series Racing is looking amazing. And then we got the drivers going for the... But yeah, then we got the Cup Series guys going for the championship tomorrow, so... But yeah, the fact that the Cup Series, though, is having to go up against the Charlotte the Charlotte, North Carolina NFL team is a little bit of a bummer here. And here we go. Let's see. College football, or Sunday Night Football promo real quick that they're showing. Cincinnati on a 3-game win streak versus Buffalo, who has been absolutely struggling as of lately here. But yeah, that game is going to be pretty good. Oh, Daniel Hemrick with 2-tire change and comes out ahead of him. Oh, whoa. Wait a minute. This throws a wrench into the plan here. So the 10 takes no tires here. Honestly, I don't know what you do. I think if you're the 20, I think you take shortest line available. But yeah, I mean, this is gonna be a tough one. I mean, because yeah, Hemrick taking no tire or taking 2 tires here, he's gonna spin his tires here. Uh-oh. No. Smoke coming out the pipes of the 7? That's not good. We saw this at Homestead a couple weeks ago for the Cup Series. Nemechek takes the outside line behind the 10. So Nemechek's going to be looking for any way he can around that 10 car. I'm surprised. I'm kind of surprised more so with the 7 or with the 1 of Mayer. I thought Mayer might choose the bottom line with his teammate, even though he wouldn't be able to line up right on his bumper because Hill had priority choosing there, and Hill got the inside line. But there we go. So we got 23 votes on the poll here for the who we think is going to win the Xfinity Series Championship here. So, it looks like Custer the favorite, Nemechek second favorite, and then the 2 Junior Motorsports cars are just glad to be involved here. But yeah, there's a lot of smoke coming out that tailpipe of the 7. Hopefully, that's not an engine going sour. That was my big point of bringing up Homestead a couple weeks ago. We saw the smoke coming out the 19 and led to an engine failure there too. Now, here we go. They're spreading out here, and right now Custer and the 7 and Allgaier are fighting it out here. The 21 of Austin Hill looking for something here. And are you kidding me? 3 Championship 4 contenders up to the top 3, and Sam Mayer follows through as well, and the Championship 4. The Championship 4 running single file all together. 1, 2, 3, 4, and yeah, wow, big move out of line there for the 20. But here we go. 11 laps to go, and you've got a big title fight here. big prime time matchup, and let's go. Hopefully you guys are excited. If you guys are, hit the like button and subscribe for more. We will be back again tomorrow with the Xfinity Series, or with the Cup finale. But here we go. The drag race between the between these two here. Allgaier on the bottom. Nemechek around the top here. Nemechek has more speed right now, and it's going to be a fight between Allgaier, or between Nemechek and Custer here, and the question is, can either of the junior motorsports cars keep up on the short run? Because so far, Mayer and Allgaier both looked much better on the long run here, but we aren't going to have a long run. We got 9 laps to go here, and there's not much you can really do at this point. You got to just drive what you got. If you have a short run car, great. If you don't, hopefully you can find something. But here we go, the 00 and the 20, both trying to hang on to this one, but Custer's starting to separate himself from the 20. This is going to be a big matchup here. But I don't know what Mayer can do here. He's clearly the 4th best of these championship guys tonight. But Cole Custer potentially completing his revenge tour. Let's go. I would love to see him get this Xfinity title. I just don't expect it. I feel like he's shown, though, that he's definitely top 2. He's probably one of the top 2 best cars in the race. And I'm just kind of rooting for Nemechek because he was my pre-race pick. But here we go. 7 laps to go here in Phoenix. 7 laps in the desert, and we will have a championship crowned here. 6 to go this time by. 6 more times around. So 6 laps to go, and we are fighting it out for this one. Can Custer hold on to this championship 4 fight? Oh, big wiggle there from the 20, and that's going to give Custer all the breathing room in the world, and caution flies. We got another caution. Caution flag flies yet again. Hopefully it's not for one of the championship 4. We'll have to wait and see what it's for, but the caution flag is out. So the yellow flies. What's it for? And oh, there it is. The 78 of Alfredo going around, and that's what the caution's for. We're going to see another restart here. So pack them back up, and we're going to go again. Let's go. So Cole Custer did not want to see this. He essentially had won the war between him and the between himself and the 20 car. But now they are gonna have another restart and not a lot of room to make something happen here. They're going to overtime. It's a 2-lap shootout. So here we go. Let's see. So I'm gonna say Nemechek is gonna probably take the inside. He'll start alongside the front row. Then the question is what the 2 junior motorsports cars do. I'm assuming that they'll end up taking inside and outside lane and make it the first 2 rows both a full championship contender front 2 rows here. But I'm curious to see here as we go into overtime. You say Custer and Nemechek, though. It's going to be interesting. That's for sure. But yeah, this caution flag coming out. Oh, I hadn't actually noticed that before, but the cactus at the start-finish line changes the lights along with the other caution lights to indicate that, oh, it was the 78 going around, but the 07 gave him a major shove there, and oh man, that you can see it on the face of the pit crew members in the Stewart-Haas crew. They knew they had that one on lock, and now they have to go and earn this championship all over again here. And there's nothing the pit crew can do at this point, because Custer's not coming back to pit road at this point. None of them are. So here we go. Here we go. It's a matter of just lead as much time on the restart as you possibly can here. But yeah, it really only matters who leads at the very end of the race, but you gotta be in position to try and go for it here. So here we go. Nemechek. Nemechek and Custer. Again, we're expecting those two will take the front row here. Custer's going to take top. Nemechek bottom. And then I'm assuming it'll be... The question is what happens... what happens after that is going to be the interesting thing. If I'm Allgaier, I take the bottom lane. Because I think if I'm Allgaier, I'm expecting that the 20 is going to try and keep the 00 as high up the track as possible, leaving a big space on that bottom lane for me to make a move. That's my move for the 7 car. Now, if I'm the 1 car, I mean, you're really in a tough spot. I think you got to take the shortest line available, but that bottom line, maybe the 1 car could follow in line behind there and try and make it a junior motorsports fight for the championship between those two after potentially the 00 and 20 take each other out, although I don't anticipate that happening. And not taking them out, like wrecking them like what we saw between Heim and Hocevar, but I'm talking about just if the 20 gets tight underneath the 00, holds them up the track quite a bit. But yeah, there we go. Custer top, bottom. Oh no, Allgaier takes the top. I'm confuzzled. I am thoroughly confuzzled here. Why did you take the top, Allgaier? You're gonna be in. You're gonna be in the firing line, and now you've given your teammate a great shot to try and go for that championship on the bottom line here. Because again, I'm not writing off that these front two could be perfectly fine, but I would expect that the 20's at least going to try and pin the 00 higher in the corner. And again, potentially could get tight and force them even higher up the corner than either one of them want to be, leaving a potentially massive gap on the bottom for gains to be made by the inside line. So here we go. Pace car is off, leaving the field in the hands of Cole Custer and johnhunternemechek on this front row. This is going to be a fun fight for the finish, though. Let's go. 3 laps to go. It'll be 2 when they take the green flag. 2 laps to go. Custer right on the door of the 20 here as they go through the Geico restarts. Oh, green flag is out, and they are racing. I'm almost wondering if Custer launched a little early there, but here we go. And on the first lap, the 00 gets checked up there, and the 20, massive jump there. He's able to get out in front of the 7, but no, he's way up the track. 4 wide between the championship 4. The 4 wide for the championship. 3 wide for the championship still. It's the 00, the 7, the 20. The 20 now on the top side. He's going to lose the spot here. And now it's the 00 and the 7 as they take the white flag. The 00 in contention for the championship here. Can Custer pull it off here? Custer versus Allgaier. Nemechek lost this championship being 4 wide on the outside. Nothing really he did necessarily overly wrong. And here we go, coming down that back straightaway. I don't think there's anything anyone can do. Cole Custer, gonna be your Xfinity Series champion. Through 3 and 4. And yep, there we go. The other cars behind him keeping Allgaier back. And Custer wins the race and the championship. Good job, Cole Custer. Custer wins the NASCAR Xfinity Series race and the championship here. There we go. So, Creed comes home 2nd, 3rd, Allgaier, 4th, Riley Herbst, 5th, Sam Mayer. And what happened to John Hunter Nemechek? Where did he finish here? 24th. What happened? What happened to John Hunter Nemechek? I know he got stuck up the track, but he lost 24 spots on that. But hey, you know what? Congratulations, though, to Cole Custer on that Xfinity Series championship. Massive damage for the 20. He got used up completely on that restart. He is not going to be happy about this. again, I think the championship contenders raced him somewhat fairly. That damage had to have come from further back in the pack, but man, John Hunter Nemechek, though, not going to be happy about this one. He goes to Cup next year, but man, he wanted to cap this one off with a Xfinity Series championship. But hey, you know what? Ford has 2 of the 3. If Blaney on Sunday can get that win, that could be the third driver to go and get that one. But yeah, I say they were 4 wide between the championship contenders there for a moment. There with 2 laps to go. Mayer was in the mix on the bottom of that one too. So yeah, I'm gonna end up wanting to hear what some of these guys have to say. But Cole Custer, your NASCAR Xfinity Series champion of 2023. There we go. Oh, man, Cold Custard ends up finishing in victory lane here tonight. And again, it wasn't necessarily the race win he was looking for. It was the championship. And he got them both. So he gets to go out there and burn it down in the desert. Let's go. So Cole Custer burning it down. A lot of smoke. I'm anxious to hear what John Hunter Nemechek has to say. I want to see a replay of what happened to Nemechek, because something happened there further back. But again, I think the championship 4 tonight raced each other with all the respect you could that I think the championship drivers earn. Unlike last night, where I think all 4 championship contenders were kind of, to an extent, racing somewhat. Now, obviously, the 2 younger guys were much worse on that than the others, but as a whole, the Xfinity Series guys, though, racing with a ton more respect. Again, at least between the 4 championship drivers. They were 3 wide. They made it work. Massive burnout, though, from Cole Custer. He's looking forward to another year in the Xfinity Series, possibly a title. Well, now we know it will be a title defense season. But here we go. He stops it on the front stretch, and he's going to be climbing out that car. Let's go. Again, there will be another poll here after the stream, or after the race here. So there we go. Cole Custer climbing out of the car, triumphant here in victory lane. And there we go. Cole Custer with the win and the championship. Again, they're going to be talking with him. I want to hear this, so give me a second, but... But yeah, I think absolutely, again, I will say this much because I want to reiterate this. The Xfinity Series guys rate, again, the 4 championship contenders each race each other with respect. I don't know what happened further back, but yeah, here we go. They're showing the restart. I'm going to try and keep an eye on the 20, but they're going to be showing this 00. I know it. But yeah, 4 wide for the championship. Let's see. Wait, freeze frame. Right there. Championship 4 wide for it, but Mayer had no competition. Down the back straightaway, though, it was 3 wide, 3 wide, 3 wide. And yeah, again, they weren't necessarily... yeah, okay, so maybe they shoved the... Yeah, and then they cut away before we get to see the contact there. But yeah, right now though, say Cole Custer though getting this one. I will say I'm glad to see him get this one. The Cole Custer Revenge series here. So he goes and gets his first oval win of the year, and he ends up with the Xfinity Series Championship. The two Ford drivers, I will say I'm surprised, but hey, you know what? Ryan Blaney could go and get the triple sweep for them on Sunday with the Cup drivers. Who would have guessed the one manufacturer I thought wasn't going to be able to do it gets it? So, again, I'm going to be sticking around here for a little bit because I want to hear what John Hunter Nemechek has to say, and I want to try and see what happened further back. But here's a quick little poll here for you guys. Would you guys want to see me stream the Bills-Bengals game tomorrow night after the Cup race? I'll give you guys some time to vote on that. But, again, we're going to be going through the full finishing order, as we always do. Yeah, you guys will have some time, and again, I want to hear what John Hunter Nemechek had to say here. But yeah, Cole Custer winning the race. We already mentioned that, talked about that a lot, but congratulations to him, champion there as well. Sheldon Creed coming home second, driving the number 2 car, his last time driving the number 2 car. Justin Allgaier coming home third, just short of the championship. He gave it everything he had, and tonight, everything he had just wasn't quite enough. He'll be back next year trying to earn that first championship. Riley Herbst coming home fourth, a very strong end of the season. I want to see what Riley Herbst can do next year. It could be really impressive next year for him. Sam Mayer coming home fifth. Again, he just didn't really have the car to really contend here at the end of the race on the short run. So ultimately, it comes up short for Sam Mayer. Comes home fifth though. Not a bad day. Again, hopefully he can show some improvement here as he goes into year 2 in the Xfinity Series. Barry gets a 6th place finish as he is getting promoted to the Stewart-Haas number 4 car for next year. So Josh Berry will be in Cup next year. He comes home 6th in his potentially final Xfinity start for a little while, although I'm sure he'll get part-time starts. Austin Hill coming home 7th. Chandler Smith 8th. Sammy Smith 9th. And rounding out your top 10 was Kaz Gralla. And now they're talking to John Hunter Nemechek. I want to hear this one. So here we go. Let's see. So you say you went in and it just didn't turn. I want to see where this damage was actually got, though. Okay. So he's saying the damage came from that? So let's see. Okay, so, oh, yeah, no, there we go. There's it. So he says he thinks he had a right rear coming down. He cleared himself kind of in front of the 17 and then crashed coming to the start-finish. So that's what happened there. Chris Hacker's not ready for that, but hey, you know what? Let's see Chris Hacker one day drive for Denny Hamlin in the 2311 Cup equipment. That will be a fun combo, but yeah. So, okay, so that's what happened to John Hunter Nemechek. Okay, so, yeah, it was a tire going down after the initial contact there. Continue with the finishing order, though. Brandon Jones comes home 11th. 12th, Jeb Burton. 13th, Parker Retzlaff. So the two Jordan Anderson racing cars coming home 12th and 13th. Good day for them. Rajshah Caruth, after that contact, comes home 14th. A very solid day for a Xfinity Series driver who got a big opportunity here driving the Hendrick Motorsports car and didn't necessarily make the most of it, but he didn't do anything too risky with it either. Yeah, Brett Moffitt comes home 15th, rounding out your top 15. Parker Clearman 16th, 17th. Kyle Weatherman driving that number 91 car. Ryan Sieg coming home 18th. 19th was Dawson Cram driving that 07 car. He was the one that spun out Anthony Alfredo late. Jeremy Clements coming home 20th. 21st, Daniel Hemrick. 22nd, Myatt Snyder. 23rd, Jeffrey Earnhardt. 24th, Anthony Alfredo. So decent recovery drive actually for him. And Josh Williams parks it in 25th. 26th was Ryan Ellis. 27th, Joey Gase. And as we mentioned, 28th, John Hunter Nemechek, from competing for the championship, ends up having a flat tire on the last lap and comes home 28th. Short of the championship, but he's going to Cup anyway. Next year, he'll be driving a He'll be driving a Legacy Motor Club 42. Then we got Brendan Poole in 29th, last car in the lead lap, and Timmy Hill in 30th, the first car 1 lap down, although he was actually 2 laps down. Joe Graff Jr. coming home 31st, 32nd, Blaine Perkins, 33rd, Stephen Parsons, 34th, Connor Mosack, 35th, comes home Chris Hacker in the 53 car, J.J. Yaley coming home 32nd, 36th, for J.J. Yaley. 37th for Derek Kraus, and then rounding out your 38 car field was Kyle Sieg in the 38 car. So those are your finishers here from the race, and that's the full finishing order. They're talking with Sam Mayer. Just kind of been listening into that one as I was reading for the final ones of those, but just kind of going through closing thoughts and stuff. This race, it was significantly better than last night's championship battle. You had 4 cars, all without a scratch on them, going 4 wide into the off the final corner here, coming to the white flag. Ultimately, 3 of them got together. A little bit of a tire rub for one of them and an unfortunate break, but I think nothing really for any of those 4 drivers to really hang their head about. They each had an amazing season. Mayer will be back in the Xfinity Series next year. Allgaier will be chasing that championship again. Custer will be trying to defend his title. And here we go. I want to hear what Allgaier has to say too, but here we go. Let's see. So, right now, Allgaier's been chasing this championship for a long time, and at this point, what is this? This is his 6th Championship 4 appearance, and he's yet to end up finding his way into that championship spot. So, good job for. He's been doing amazing though to reach 6 Championship 4s in this short of space of time that Championship 4 has been happening. But Championship 4. This is what the 9th year I think of this format. So, he's been to 6 out of 9. That's a really good ratio of Championship 4s to have made. So, Allgaier, he is a staple of the Xfinity Series. He will be probably a Championship 4 driver again next year. Looking forward to seeing him. But, just kind of going back through and trying to think of what else there is to mention about this one. Again, significantly better than last night's race. 8 cautions, 12 lead changes between 6 different drivers, so kind of evenly balanced there, surprisingly. But, again, put your vote on that poll before I hop off here. I want to know what the answer is on the whether or not you guys want to see me stream the Bills-Bengals game later, after the Cup race tomorrow. But again, Sam Mayer coming home 5th. That's disappointing. But again, the one guy who didn't get a top 5 in the championship is also the one guy who's going to Cup, and he doesn't have to worry about the Xfinity Series next year. And quick little preview of the Cup Series again. Let's go. Actually, we're going to go ahead and we're going to do a quick preview of the Cup Series here because I got a little bit of time. We'll basically just stay here till the top of the hour, so we'll do about 10 minutes of post-race here. But, so William Byron sitting on the pole for the Cup Series race tomorrow. He's going to be trying to get that championship. You got Kyle Larson starting 4th. Christopher Bell starting in the 13th position, and then Ryan Blaney back in 15th. So, Blaney the worst starting of the Championship 4, but so far this week that has not seemed to be a massive problem. Starting not great because we've had some major shakeups in the series throughout the night. So MTJ coming home 2nd or in qualifying. 3rd, your 3rd place starter Kevin Harvick looking for his final win potentially here at Phoenix tomorrow, and then Bubba Wallace rounding out your top 5. Let me see, what happened to Kyle Busch in qualifying? I know Brad Keselowski will be starting at the tail of the field because Cole Custer qualified the car for him because his wife was having their baby today. So Congratulations to Brad Keselowski and his family, and there's Kyle Busch 18th. But yeah, massive congratulations though to Brad Keselowski and his family on having their kid here today. But yeah, he'll be starting from the rear of the field tonight or tomorrow night. So, or I say tomorrow night. It's tomorrow afternoon. It's gonna be a 3 p.m. start time here. Just kind of looking down through the rest of the field, trying to see what else is going on. You got some drivers racing for potentially a job next year because we got a couple of guys who we don't know what they're doing next year. We got, in particular, Ty Dillon is the big one. I want to see what he's doing next year because we don't know yet what he's doing. You got Eric Almirola in his final Cup Series race, or at least for final part of his final full-time season, will start from the 28th position. A little bit disappointing there. But yeah, they're going and handing off the trophy now to Cole Custer, but I want to see what the lap averages were in practice. So Christopher Bell, the fastest 5-lap and 10-lap average, and he was the second fastest on the 15-lap average. So it's looking like it'll be a Christopher Bell versus Ryan Blaney show potentially here. Let's see. Because yeah, Blaney had the second best 5 and 10 lap average. So I'm gonna say some pretty good runs there from those guys as we were going through, just kind of looking at the lap averages and whatnot. I mean, it looks like it very well could be a Blaney versus Bell show. Ironically, considering they were the slower guys in qualifying, we'll have to wait and see what Larson and Byron have in store, because they qualified well, but they didn't run very well before it. So, all right, well, this has been Ryan Dyer. We just went through the Xfinity Series race. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed. If you guys did, leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you guys are new, so you guys don't miss any future videos or live streams. Based on the results from this poll, I will do the Bengals-Bills stream. I was already leaning towards doing it, but I wanted to see if you guys wanted it, and apparently at least 75% of you guys want it, so yeah, I'll do it, and yeah. So we got 2 streams tomorrow. I'll be here for both of them, but yeah, the Cup Series Championship finale tomorrow is 3 p.m. Eastern. Set your clocks. I'll have the stream up about an hour or so beforehand. But until next time, hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next video. Live stream, whatever you guys decide to do with the rest of your day. Have a great day, everybody, and goodbye!